muscles, bones, and joints are not immune to the ravages of age. However, like the cardiovascular system, regular physical activity, especially resistance training, can slow the age-associated changes in these tissues. Let's use the example of Derek. In his youth, he was an offensive lineman who spent a lot of time lifting weights. Let's see what has changed in his muscles as he's aged. To illustrate what happens to your muscles with age if you are not taking care of them, let's assume that Derek got too busy with his new job and gave up lifting weights. In fact, between his kids, the job, and the nagging knee injury, he basically stopped exercising altogether. Now let's skip forward a few years and see how he's doing at age 75. In this scenario, as Derek gets older, his body will naturally experience a progressive loss of muscle mass, also known as sarcopenia, which is Greek for poverty of flesh. The loss is caused by a decrease in both muscle fiber size and fiber number. This tends to happen because your type 2 muscle fibers are underused as you get older. Type 2 muscle fibers are your power fibers and are therefore used for bursts of more intense activities like weightlifting. The old adage, use them or lose them, is definitely true here. Because Derek stops using those high threshold motor units, his body is not doing the work needed to maintain them. Thus, his muscles experience hypoplasia, or the loss of muscle fibers with age. That, combined with a loss of fiber size, results in an overall decrease in Derek's muscle size and strength. Another factor to consider is that muscle quality may decline as well. As the regenerative properties of tissue decreases with age, scar tissue is laid down in place of new muscle. Also, fat deposits can infiltrate the muscle. When muscle quality becomes impaired in this manner, so too does the contractile ability of the muscle. Okay, let's lighten things up a bit and say that instead of throwing in the towel, Derek continues to lift weights throughout his life. That time-consuming job of his wasn't worth keeping anyway. Now what do Derek's muscles look like at age 75? By being physically active his whole life, Derek's fibers are less likely to shrink and be lost. This is especially true if he continues to lift heavy weights or lighter weights to failure, which can keep those high-intensity type 2 muscle fibers useful and strong. Bigger and better muscles means more strength and power as you age. So as you can see, a life of physical activity helps to curb muscle deterioration. It also makes your muscles stronger, improving function and performance. Notice the difference between the muscles in old, inactive Derek versus old, active Derek. By staying physically active, Derek slowed the decline in muscle strength and maintained higher quality of muscle tissue. Without it, age would have had a much greater impact on the structure and function of his muscles.